Guys, you know who are the people who are making the most money as filmmakers? They're the people doing the commercial directing. There's a reason why a lot of people coming out of film school, before they become the feature film indie directors, they're directing a bunch of commercials. And the best way to get these commercial directing gigs is having a portfolio of spec commercials. Commercials that the company aren't paying you to do, that you're just doing it for fun, for the love of filmmaking, and for growing your skills as a commercial director. And this is the story of how I directed my first spec commercial, which was a Christmas cookie commercial with Partake cookies. I had no idea what to make a commercial on. I mean, there's a lot of things out there in this world, a lot of products, there's products constantly everywhere. It's like, what do you make a commercial about? And obviously, you should make it about something you have a unique experience and a unique passion for it as a spec. I love Oreos, you know, it's like my guilty pleasure food that I grew up eating. I originally wanted to make an Oreo commercial, and I wanted to do it in the theme of a holiday, because why not, you know, that's makes it more fun. Then I realized, you know, Oreos is such a big established brand, and the chances of them caring about what I make is very little. So maybe I can make it for a smaller company. Maybe they'll notice me, you know, and I can build a relationship with that company. So I went to my local grocery store and I was looking at the aisles of different cookies, and I'm like, oh, which cookie is the best cookie to do it on? And I did some research, ended up doing it on Partake, just because I really like the story behind this company of how it's a mom who has a kid with a lot of allergies and wanted to make a cookie that all kids can enjoy, right? It's a very relatable story, and my idea was like, okay, maybe it takes place on Christmas and it's about a Santa who has allergies with cookies, but he really wants to get over it until he finds the Partake cookies. I wrote the script, I started bringing people on board, and then unfortunately a few days before filming, I was told that I can't use the location I was originally gonna use. So I had to pivot, decided to shoot it in my own house. Obviously it looks a lot less cinematic, but I was like, I'm gonna find a way to make it work right. I was also casting for this project. I asked one of my really good friends, Alex Guo, to be the Gen Z Santa character. I was also on Breakdown Express finding my Santa, and you know, just hitting people up left and right, people I've worked with in the past as well. And then I was also figuring out the costumes, getting them on Amazon, and then I did a whole like previs sequence in the film. I kind of shot the whole movie with my iPhone in my own house. Like I had a whole shot list written, but I wanted to get a still like frame for each of the locations. So I took my iPhone and I went taking photos of different like locations and did a vlogging with one of my friends. Everything was kind of planned out. Also before filming, my cinematographer Ethan Chu came over and we like scouted some of the locations, talking through the shot ideas. And during the scout, we realized one of the locations we had for the bedroom just like doesn't look cinematic at all. Like it looks like a white walls, kind of like my room. It's my roommate's room actually. So we decided to pivot and shoot it in the place we're gonna film the kitchen scene, which was my friend's house in his room. We shot this film in like a day and a half kind of. So the first day, like it was more of a prep day, and we also PD'd the house during that day where, you know, I had my art team led by my boy Aiden come over, and he was like making the Christmas tree and the presents and doing so much in my house. We had like 2 blue hour scenes to shoot, and I was like, you know, I can't do 2 blue hour scenes in one day just because it's so much to do. So I decided to just film that scene myself with my own camera, and you know, it looked honestly really good. And then the second day is the day of filming the actual commercial. So this was gonna be like more of a blue hour to night shoot, just because it was like Christmas Eve, right? Huh. This is pretty sick, Ethan. We started that day shooting a lot of the rooftop stuff. We asked my neighbor, who I was actually friends with, to use their roof because the layout just made more sense for the film and they had a better backdrop of LA. So after we filmed the rooftop, we went into my house and shot some stuff in the kitchen. This was kind of the main scene. We wanted to just knock it out, you know, right away. And it was really fun to light and just like see how my boring living room transformed into like a whole Christmas world. And then after that, we filmed some stuff in the bedroom scene. This is the Gen Z Santa like intro scene. We used my friend's bedroom. Obviously the one looked so much better than the original plan.
Ho, ho, ho!
After that, we shot in their kitchen as well, which also looked really nice. That friend, they live in a more traditional house, so like the walls and everything, just so much texture and history to it. And our art team like freaking killed it. Ethan Chu was also killing it on the camera, just like everything was looking really good. And then we shot another scene at another house, and the whole idea was like the Santa's going house to house, right? So every location had this distinct vibe to it, and we just like came up with some fun ideas to do on the fly as well. And I think that's what filmmaking's about, right? It's like coming up with these fun things to do while you're filming it and just like exploring the story as you're shooting it. I'm sorry. Yeah, so afterwards, it was like Christmas Eve was coming up really fast. I don't want to cut it too close where people don't like care about Christmas Eve anymore. So I was grinding it out. I was editing and coloring. Got my friend Mick to do the score for it, while at the same time my other friend Alex was doing the VFX for it, while at the same time my other friend E-Man is doing the sound design for it, and then everything came together. And boom, we sent it out. The day of release, I actually edited a few different versions, like a vertical version, a full version, like a 40-second version, just to give more options if the company wanted to use our stuff. And I reached out to them. They commented on our thing and they said they loved it. And I think some things I learned from this thing was, yeah, like make your spec commercial stuff that would be seen by the companies themselves. Like that's the whole goal of making spec commercials, right? And then do your research, like figure out what are the companies who are likely to see your stuff, and then just like make sure the timing of the release makes sense. That gives them time to send it out and stuff. If I could have done it differently, I would have done the Christmas commercial more earlier, just because it gives them more time to build into the hype of Christmas. Also, with this project, I really leaned into the interesting blocking and locations. You know, I really wanted to make it look more like a movie. And I think, yeah, story at the end of the day is everything in a commercial. Like you can make it look super beautiful, but like what really resonates is the story, the soul behind the commercial themselves. Yeah, and if you guys are curious what the commercial turned out to look like, then check it out right here, and I'll see you guys there. Peace out.